Hi everybody and welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters. Today's best shot question is, why is it so easy for a new starter to have a bad experience? So by a bad experience I mean being turned out of the industry within the first 6 months of starting. And the main reason for that is that there's a lot to learn in a short amount of time, and they've got a lot of people to choose from. They've got a lot of people that are applying. It's a competitive industry. It's one of those industries where it's a bit like the old pirate saying, those that fall behind get left behind. If you can't get up to speed in a reasonable amount of time, they will ease you out the door, and that's the unfortunate thing. And the best way to stop that happening is to know what's going on and to know all this stuff before you go in, because when you go in green on your first day, not knowing anything about any of this information, then you're on the employer's timeline, and how they educate you and how they move you through their program and the people that they use to do that. If you end up having a personality clash with the person that's supposed to be teaching you, it ends in disaster every time. If you end up not understanding something and you don't have time to go over it, or you don't feel comfortable asking the question, it can end in disaster every time. There's just so much stuff that can go wrong when you don't go in prepared. When you go in prepared, what happens is that they don't have to put the mining information into you because you've done that already, and it just frees you up to either learn how to nipper, offside, or drive the truck without having to worry about what refuge chambers are, how scaling works, all that sort of stuff that they want you to know and they expect you to learn in those first couple of weeks. They basically hit you with a wall of information, and not everybody gets it, and that leads to such the high turnover that they have. And it's not a new thing to the industry. It's been going on for years. It was like it when I first started 25 years ago, and it happens every time we go through an upswing where they have to hire lots of new starters. They have the attitude that they just keep throwing mud at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's just the way it is. So the best way around it is to learn as much about it before you go, and that way you give yourself the best chance of success. But that's the major reason why people have a bad experience, is because they don't know what they're getting themselves into. If you know what you're getting yourself into, you'll have a much better experience. So I hope that information helps, and if you've got another best shot question that you want answered, just send it through, and if you could like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.